All right, we turn our attention back to the Pro Wrestling World Cup Mexican qualifiers. There you see our next round matchup there. You can see all the similarities, all the differences. A few things stand out, but the story is told in the ring. So let's go up there right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest set for one fall. It is a second round qualifier in the Pro Wrestling World Cup. Coming to the ring at this time from Los Angeles, Mexico. Weighing in tonight at 83 kilos, the Mexican sensation, El Ligero.
El Ligero has a tall order ahead of him here. He definitely showed his striking ability in his previous match. He's going to need that and more against his opponent, who's arguably one of the best strikers in all of Lucha.
Now, Stu, you said at the conclusion of his first round match, you thought El Ligero didn't take quite as much punishment as Penta did in his first round match. Do you think that will play into this as we approach the start of this one?
Well, let's be honest, both men have had a short rest. Both men know what's at stake, and it's huge. It's the Pro Wrestling World Cup, but it has to be said, I felt El Ligero had the easier pathway judging by the two matches that they had, and I think that could be a critical factor tonight.
Remember, there's a psychological advantage potentially for Ligero as well. He has already beaten Penta El Zero M here in What Culture just, a month or so ago.
Penta playing mind games, making his opponent wait.
His opponent, wrestling out of Tijuana, Mexico, and winning tonight at 94 kilos, Penta El Zero Miedo!
Penta beating Ray Phoenix in the first match here tonight in the Sky Dome.
Yeah, Penta's had quite a bit of time to rest, maybe even pull up a couple of matches and try to watch El Ligero and see if there's any holes in the style that he can figure out.
Let's be honest, sometimes that rest can do a lot of harm. The human body and wrestlers in general aren't used to having a short break in between matches. Usually you have one match and then you have a night off. You go to bed, you wake up in the morning, you feel a little sore, you stretch out, you go to the gym and you get ready for your next match. You know, if you have any little niggling injuries, it could be tightness in your lower back, it could be the knee, the joints, the neck. They will flare up after a match, and I tell you, an hour or so after a match is when you really feel that pain the worst, and it's going to be interesting to see how their bodies have reacted to their first matches, and is this going to affect them in this matchup?
I don't know, Dave, I really want to see if this becomes a strike fest early on, or if perhaps Penta El Zero M, a master of Lucha Libre, if he will utilize that to his advantage here.
Don't forget, of course, if you want to give us your predictions on who you think is going to advance here from the second round into the finals in August. As always, you can use the hashtag Pro Wrestling World Cup on social media to give us your opinion. We'd love to hear from you. Penta is offering a handshake.
See, I don't get that. Why?
Mind games for sure. That's not the Ligero we've come to know. That's completely the opposite of what I would be expecting, but there we go.
And in fact, El Ligero lured him in there. Penta got enraged by that, and it ended up with Ligero getting the better of him with that enziguri.
Penta's wheezy. That kick landed behind the ear.
Ligero I thought he was gonna fly.
Spider trap.
Look at this.
I'm not a fan of that. Stu, your thoughts?
We'll take a look at El Ligero and look at the all-black outfit he is wearing here. Perhaps that is an indication of his mental state going into this match. If he has to turn to the dark side, he's got to perhaps be a bit more aggressive than usual and take a chance. I mean, look at what's on the line. This has to be the most cutthroat El Ligero's ever been.
Well, Penta sent to the outside by Ligero. Ligero showing absolutely no fear or any kind of even respect when he faced Rey Mysterio 6 days ago, and he's repeating that kind of attitude here.
And let's not forget that despite the incredible performance that Ligero put in against Rey Mysterio, he did indeed lose that match, and perhaps that has been the cause of this supposed attitude change and, the new darker edge and the darker side of Ligero we're seeing so far in this match. Perhaps that would have been a difference maker against Rey Mysterio.
And the strikes by Ligero seem to be working very well, and that is not something on paper that you thought you would see.
Yeah, you know what I love about this?
Cover. Go ahead.
Whatever game plan Penta came up with in the back is now thrown completely out of the window. He was expecting your usual Ligero that we've known for years and years. The high flying, the fast moves, the great attitude, the fan friendliness. This is the complete opposite of what he was expecting. Any game plan that Penta had is now out the window. He's in shock and disarray, and you can see so far in this matchup, El Ligero has been in complete control.
That big suplex there, and you've got to think there's going to be a lot of fans watching this back in Mexico, where Penta will go for a cover. Well, Ligero gets two. There'll be a lot of fans in Mexico who they know a lot about Penta. There's been a lot of buzz about him. El Ligero, though, obviously plies his trade more regularly in the UK, so it would be a surprise to a lot of fans in Mexico if Ligero won this.
Of course, he's already making headlines. He's taken out Drago. If he can take out Penta, suddenly he becomes one of the biggest names in Mexico and in demand in Mexico City.
But isn't that a detriment to apply your trade in an area where Lucha Libre isn't that proficient? Some mockery there.
Zero miedo means no fear, and Ligero showing absolutely no fear towards Penta. Again, Ligero already has a victory over Penta 0M last month. He sends him to the ropes here. Ducks down, but dropped the head too early.
Now Penta on the move, ducks the clothesline, uses the ropes for momentum. Sling blade clothesline. Now Penta's really getting into his groove. Cover here. No.
For the first time in this matchup, we're actually seeing some of the high-flying, fast moves of the Luchas, and so far the control that Ligero has shown has been smash-mouth wrestling.
Oof, man.
That's a taste of his own medicine there.
Hard strike.
Going for maybe a double underhook here. Maybe he's going to look for the... Oh, he's looking for the fear factor. Oh, no, Ligero rolled out. Ligero rolled out. Ligero going to charge at Penta.
Banderas onto the apron. Looks like Ligero changed the distance there as these two luchadors begin to apply their trade from the outside in. Nice cutter.
Classic Ligero, that cutter as he tries to...
Perhaps a little cockiness, perhaps a little arrogance. Didn't attempt to cover. I'm liking what I'm seeing from Ligero tonight. I've got to be honest with you. Reminds me a lot of myself and my own attitude.
Kick to the face from Penta, who will go up to the second turnbuckle. Again, Ligero sent away, and there's a Mexican destroyer. Ligero dumped on his head in that flip pile driver as
Penta on the move, redirection there. Hey, it's good for you, it's good for me.
Ligero, he's too exhausted to make the pin.
Both luchadors down now. Super senior official Steve Linsky will start his count. The luchadors have till 10 to get to their feet, and then it's referee's discretion. Let's see who stirs first.
And let's be honest, Ligero is taking control of much of this matchup, and obviously Penta's taking much of the abuse, but perhaps Ligero could punch himself out in that kind of situation.
Presumably this is the point when exhaustion, given that they're both in their second match, must really be taking hold. A matter of national pride now as much as anything. Who wants it more? Who wants to represent Mexico in the finals of the Pro Wrestling World Cup?
Tournament wrestling, you have to be a marathon man, and if your cardio is not up to scratch in this kind of situation, you will find out very, very rapidly.
Whoops.
Ligero with Penta on his shoulders. Hang on now.
Precariously close to our desk right here.
Oh boy.
Penta going for the...
Oh boy.
Not the fear factor on the apron. No way. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my God.
Cow.
My God.
Holy cow.
Ligero's spine compressed on the hardest part of the ring, the corner of the apron.
I saw Ligero's head bounce off the apron.
That's got to be it. Cover.
Gotta be.
No!
Again, such a sloppy cover from Pentagon. If he'd hugged the leg, he'd have got him. I have no doubt whatsoever. Just that cockiness, that arrogance, and he can't believe that Ligero is capable of kicking out, and neither can I, but still the sloppy cover was the difference maker.
Yeah, but now Penta needs to focus. Go right back on the attack. You know that your opponent is still groggy.
Penta is luring Ligero in.
Wow.
Still the attitude.
Wow.
Goodness me. Now he's trying again for the fear factor. Gets That's it
That's gotta
again.
be it.
Again.
That's
My
gotta be
God.
it.
Penta.
Yeah.
Penta L0M advances to the finals of the Pro Wrestling
Ladies
World
and
Cup.
gentlemen, the winner of the match and advancing to the World Cup Finals in August, Penta El Zero Miedo!
Penta El Zero Miedo joins names such as Zack Sabre Jr., Will Ospreay. Add Penta El Zero M to the list, amongst others.
Joe
moving on
Coffey,
to the
of course,
finals.
in there representing Scotland, and I guarantee you right now, Mexico City is abuzz with the news that their man, Penta, is in the finals of the Pro Wrestling World Cup. They are proud of this man. What an honor it will be for him to represent Mexico, and El Ligero, a game effort today, didn't quite make the grade, but what a resilient fight he put up.
Absolutely, and a feather in the cap of Lucha Underground. Penta El Zero M certainly spreading the word of the goodness of Lucha Libre.
Penta knows he will be on the front pages of newspapers across Mexico tomorrow.
Lucha Wrestling known for its goodwill, but certainly between Penta and El Ligero in this matchup, there was no goodwill at all, and Penta still looks like he wants to fight.
Well, if I flipped you the bird 3 times, would you be my buddy?
Yeah, now he's offering the handshake as Ligero.
Sure. Humility certainly is a great teacher. There you go. And that's deserving.
Ligero's gamesmanship was perhaps a product of the match, but Penta El Zero M refusing to shake the hand. Nonetheless, he advances to the finals of the Pro Wrestling World Cup.